and passion unscripted is in the house. We are coming with another episode today, and today we are going to be talking about open love or open wound. And it's here, me, Irina Portnova, in the studio with my friend Dina Alexander. Dina, woohoo! And actually, this was the topic suggested by Dina, and I know it's gonna draw a lot of attraction, and people are gonna be curious. Somebody might be curious, somebody might be having some experience with that, but no matter where you are in that field, you are invited and we are welcoming you, and it's great to see you with us. And so, without further ado, Dina, the stage is yours.
Hi, Irina. This week this was my topic. I think I had 3 couples with this. You want open love, open your relationship. It's cheating at the moment, but do you want to open your relationship, or do you have an open wound? What is the problem? So I tell everybody, it's very simple. If you love a person as much that you want to provide a safe space for the person to explore whatever, and you feel that person deserve it, and then your relationship is okay to be in a polyamory relationship, or to open it up for whatever agreements that you want to be in, non-monogamous, but with consent. So, but the majority of the people that I get in my office are those that have envy, that are jealous, they want to pay back, they have traumas, and they want to open up their relationship. They want to go in threesomes and that kind of acts, and that will hurt the relationship much more than before. Okay, so I tell everybody, you should have compassion in your relationship. What is compassion? It's a word that, if you look it up, it's the opposite of jealousy. You should have compassion towards your partner, for you guys to have a good foundation to start polyamory or open relationship or polygamy. Okay, so now that I'm chattering, I'm saying all this, Irina, what comes up in you?
I am going to be the voice of the audience. First of all, I have to say that I'm an open person, and I'm kind of, like, I'm up for any experiences. I have not done this yet, but the sky is not the limit whenever time comes, right? But the point is, I love how you put it together. It has to be a mutual consent. Because when one person is okay with that and another one is not, and if you really love that person who is not, then you do stick with the values.
Yes.
Because that's why you are in the partnership, right? And another thing that comes for me is you have to be healed first, because you do not do anything to, because of the trauma, because somebody hurt you in the past, because you were abandoned, and all this different, list of things that come for a lot of people, right? So it's not the place for revenge. It's not the place to kind of prove something to somebody. It's not the place where you are looking for, bring back your self-confidence. No, this is not how it's done.
No.
That's exactly what I got out of it.
Yes, you nailed it. You nailed it. I know our program is not nailed it, but it's a passionate scripted. However, you nailed it. You know what? I wanted to share also the pros and the cons. Okay. For example, you have compassion with your partner, and you want to go ahead and explore, the you should have very clear agreements. You should be a person that there are on Google, you can Google open relationship agreements, and for you to have an example and go through it with each other together, not alone. And maybe you should sign it. Okay. It's very important, because then when you are already in that situation, and for example, you never thought that kissing, you didn't want to share that part of your partner, but you never sat and talked about it, but your partner kissed with someone, and then you feel that, and compersion changed. So you should have tools for communication also. I use tools, very good tools for communication. You should be very clear and constant communication. And I'm not talking about you're in the car and driving, and you are telling your partner, hey, I feel like a little bit jealous, I don't feel okay, but we still need milk for tonight. No, it's you know, you know what I mean? So
You don't mix these two topics.
no, you should sit and take it very seriously, because these are mental health situations. Okay, so before you open up, maybe you should sit with a professional. And that's what I do. I do give these agreements. I do give books for you to read before you think to start. And I tell you, don't start it with me. Pause it and take your time. Reconsider. If you can reconsider, because maybe you didn't see it like that. But opening up your relationship demands that both of the partners needs tools for relax, to take care, for the shadow works, because a lot of shadow work will come up. You'll need to work on that. And if you don't have tools, you'll have problems. Okay, those are the negative, the cons. But the pros, I've heard that when someone goes with another person and comes back and shares that feeling and wants to share what happened and do it like, I want to feel like I felt with that person, I was doing that person was doing this, it gives your relationship another vibe. Okay, so that's what you need. You want to go out and share and grow and laugh and giggle and learn. That's the pro. One of the pros. One of the pros also, I used it as a negative, that shadow works will come up. However, it can be something pro also. It's good that shadow works come up, because then you work on it together. You will become closer if you both are spiritually. You have spiritual tools. Okay, for example, you spoke about yourself. Myself, I'm very monogamish, but once I had a partner. I love this guy very much, but we couldn't live together under the same roof. But to make a long story short, I said to him, look, we need to take a break. And he took a lady, and I told him, I don't mind to be a part of you guys. I don't mind. But the lady didn't want to. But I felt like I can live with that. I don't need anything else. So, and I had compassion. He needed a woman to sleep beside him, to cook for him, to kiss. I have clients. I can't do that.
Right.
So I had, that's my experience, very personal, that I want to share, because I think it's important for the people out there to know that I am a relationship coach, I am a sex coach, I am a personal coach, and it comes with experience. I don't know everything. and I'm humbly, I do share that, but I know a lot. So when I share these things, Irina, what comes up now as a
Yeah,
poly?
very, very good. You know what? What comes to me first is I believe first you have to explore your relationship before you start venturing out. So for the couples who live maybe 10 years, more than that, so just to escape that monotony, right? Again, it all depends as well. Like you could create something exciting and different each time because it depends on the personality, right? But
Yes.
then again, in my like picture of the world, I think it's more pertaining to the couples who've been in the relationship for a long time and they are ready to get another angle of excitement to make sure that this is something that like really makes them happy. And obviously, I think the jealousy part is something that a lot of people have to work on because it's not easy to see your person with somebody else.
I like that. May I add on that?
Absolutely.
You know what? It's very important for us to be very aware that intimacy is not only sex. There are different kind of intimacy, and in the past, a community, that what we are requesting from a partner, a community was providing that feeling. No, we want it from one person, and I think that is very egocentric and very irresponsible, because one person cannot do everything, cannot provide to you everything. So spiritual intimacy, mental intimacy, physical, okay. um what else? There are so much in kind of intimacy, and you want
Emotional
emotional
is very
intimacy.
important.
So some partners cannot provide that. So then some open relationship does not um has to engage in sex. It's not physical. Some open relationships are pure on emotions, because you don't get that click at home. Yeah, so we should be aware what we are opening, what we are sharing, and why. Because when you, for example, your partner needs emotional um, intimacy, and you cannot provide it, it doesn't click between you guys, and she goes or he goes out with his or her friend, and comes back home fulfilled and relaxed. You're happy. You're happy. You should be happy. But if that emptiness stays, and that person cannot fill it by himself or herself, then you'll have a very frustrated partner home, and maybe taking all this hatred on you and negativity on you, instead of filling it. Yeah. So
You know what comes for me?
tell me.
I think there are so many things that couples can explore together before they actually venture out for this open love, because there is so much that people do not do or never exposed to. Like there are so many different things, right? Like with the toys, with different positions, with different rituals and all that, like that stuff, and it could go and on and on and on, plus different, like places, right? So the idea is we all have to be creative, because something that kills that excitement is the like monotony, like I mentioned already. When it's all same old, right? Then like people feel like they are drinking the same milk, a glass of milk every day, right?
Yes.
So the idea, but there is like so much to be explored, and the point is that if people are willing to explore each other, they might not even have to venture out as to do other things, right? So the idea is first explore what's available out there, and then you decide for yourself if you want to take another step further.
Yes. Then we come to the title, open wounds, because the couples that I have at the moment, they search for open love instead of working on themselves. That's why I'm not pro open love. I'm not pro polyamory. I'm not against it neither.
You're
But
neutral. I'm the same way.
okay,
Neutral.
what I'm saying is this. If it happens, you can use it to work on your shadow works. That's what I'm saying. It can be useful to work on yourself because you are not missing anything. That person that you are opening up to or leaving behind or cannot fill that emptiness. It's only you who can fill that. And through the opening up and everything, you can work if you have the right tools, because it can be disastrous also. That's what I'm saying. And if you don't know if you have an open wound or not, it's very, very how you say, simple to get to know if you have an open wound. Because if you're a man and you're seeking out there for women, and if this one is like, not working for me anymore, you just give it up and go to another, and maybe you have 3 or 4, and if the one doesn't want this night, the other will. So if you are in that, and that is not your fetish because you are unhappy, that's it can be a fetish, and it's okay if it's a fetish. But if you are still unhappy, you want to stop with it, then it's a wound. It's a wound that you are not working on. The same as a woman. If you are unhappy being with different people because for you that's your style and you're still unhappy, it's not your fetish. It's a wound that you are trying to fill with people. And that's no open relationship. That is pure hurting yourself.
So let me ask you the question to wrap it up, like an interesting discussion, right? We could, like take it on and on. But the question is, what if people want to understand, are they like ready for the open love, or this is the open wound? What is there for them to do?
Okay, let me rephrase your question. You're asking me if I can give them a tip for them to see
Tip,
whether they
or
are
maybe
ready.
the consult, like where they can like really unpack what exactly is this. Either this is open love that they're searching for, or this is just the open wound.
Okay, I would suggest to have a third person, a professional, helping them out. Okay, and if there is a click between me and what you're listening now, you can just I would call me for a session, and in a session with questions, I'll be telling you direct, straight to the point, the result. If I would be as a coach next to you in an open relation, opening up your relationship, because I usually don't tell people, yeah, you're ready to open up your relationship. You need guidance to open up your relationship. Okay, you need tools. So if with the first session, I've never, Irina, never when I have several couples that came to me for threesome, swinging, for open relationship, for polyamory. When after my discovery session, I tell them straight, you are not ready. You're wounded. You need to heal. You are going to lose your relationship and whatever you built if you go into these things. Up until now, I've never found a couple that has that compersion feeling towards each other. I've never had it. So the discovery session for me is very important. And after that, you need a couple of months with me because then I'll provide the tools for you to have an open, very beautiful relationship.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Dina. So reach out to Dina, book the session if this is something that interests you. And obviously, we want to know your opinion in the comments. Don't be shy. Spread the word, express yourself. That's what life is all about. And thank you so much for this beautiful time. And if you have anything on your mind for the topic for the next discussion, we are happy to cover it for our next episodes. And for now, have a beautiful, beautiful week and continue loving yourself, loving your partner, and maybe, just loving people around you if you do not have that partner yet. But now know that that partner is on the way. All right. All the best.